Hello, and welcome to a dev diary for Stellaris, Star Trek's New Horizons Total Conversion mod. My name is Matt. I will be giving you a brief insight into what's coming out in version 0.8, hopefully within the next 2 weeks. We just had a busy week and a half of behind the scenes, really just going at it hardcore coding. This is our big tech update. We are totally redoing the tech tree, changing out the layout, changing the design, changing everything, and hopefully we can see it work. So here we go. You can see we have some new graphics here for the load screen. I think these made it into 0.7. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't played 0.7 since it was in development mode, and on my local computer before we pushed out to you guys. So it's been a bit since I've seen 0.7. We're going to have to change that to 0.8. Alright, new in the game. Alright, as you can see now, we have some stuff over here. It says phase cannons, disruptors for the Klingons, plasma for the Romulans. That's going to change. I'm pushing for it because they shouldn't have plasma. They should have disruptors. My personal opinion. Cardassian's still using that. I'm not sure why they're using... Okay, that's the Cardassian ship. Okay, that's cool. The Breen looks a little interesting. The Orions. Tetrion for the Ferengi. Gorn for the disruptors. Vulcans should be using plasma. Andorians using phasers. Blue, eventually. Ah, yes, the Dominion. Love them. Nausicaans, the Wadi, Devore. As you can see, we've oh, there we go. There's some new Tholian ships. That's also new. So there we go. Let's see, what else? Is there anything else that was really cool? Yeah, there you go. You guys remember that creature from the Next Generation? Yep. All right, let's go back to the top here. All right, let's go back to the Federation, the United Earth. We've changed the loadout, so it goes original map, the alternative map, and then the normal star systems as follows. I'm going to play on the alternative map. Just going to leave it all like this normal. For some reason, there we go. Let's see if we can switch over to... Nope, that's not working. So, back over here. One second here, I'm doing something off screen so I can change it a little bit. Okay. Nope, that's not going to work. All right. So I tried pulling it in so you guys can see my mouse. I don't think it's recording that, so sorry. I'll have to fix that for next time. I apologize. So let's begin. New Horizons Civ Trade. We're doing this so now you can choose if you want it. Performance will degrade as you go on with Civ Trade, or if that's if you choose total immersion. If you want immersion, you get lower performance as it gets higher and higher and higher. If you want performance, we disable it, and there's no undoing it unless you want to start over. So I'm going to actually turn it on and go from there. So physics research. First thing in here is we have optical computers with some of these localizations aren't complete, like matter antimatter. Like there's one of them for you to take a look at. It shows you what's going on in there. Shows you how much it'll change things. EPS system we haven't put all the stuff in, but we got a lot of new text in here. As you can see in the society tree, sorry, we have all the stuff in here nowadays. Everything that'll just change as you going along. Polarized hull, nanomechanics, uranium alloy, geothermal fracking, and early shipyards. Some of this stuff is going to change name-wise, but we have all these texts, and we're going to start adding in like polarized hull, which is going to give like a shield-like object for your ship. Nanomechanics, this is going to be a different thing in there, and the uranium alloy is a type of hull plating. So we're going to have all this stuff start merging in bit by bit. So that's going to be coming down the road. Maybe just go ahead and go tech update. So you can see some other stuff. All right. So as you can see in here, we have the Warp 5 Warp 5 engine with a little notes designed by Henry Archer and Zephyrin Cochran in 2119 at the Warp 5 complex in Bozeman, Montana. Test flight of the Warp 5 took place sometime in 2143. So that's for the Federation. We're going to change that. I just tossed it in there just to show you that, hey, yes, we can change things. Transporters, migration speed, resettlement costs, help speed things up along. Gravity manipulation, prerequisite for some techs, helps increase your build time for ships, or decrease it depending on how you look at it. Disruptor cannon, disruptor defense modules. So now you can actually build disruptors and whatnot. Coherency modulator, that'll be, I forget what tech that's supposed to do, but it does something there. Plasma defense module is also stuff, so you can research plasma, disruptors, and all that, and do all those different trees, or continue on with other stuff. So usually what I do, yeah, no, I was on that one. There we go. So since I'm on here, I'm not going to cheat it. Choose the stuff I want to do. I'm going to go. I have to change some of those names, but let's go energy storage. So New World Protocol, we have Planetary Administration, which now unlocks... ooh. Oh, yeah. We moved it so you actually have to research this. You do get your planetary capital, but I think these are going to be changing names and as we're going along. But this is one of the... We broke it up to make it flow a little bit longer. As you can see, the Interplanetary Expeditionary Forces, the Assault Armies, you are now no longer in the engineering tree. It's now in the society tree. Learning techniques, we're going to change, we're going to add the icons, and it's going to give you capacity and leader recruitment. So we're going to go colony ship. Actually, before I do that, so planetary unification now unlocks a lot of edicts. We didn't want the edicts to be gated by your ethos. We wanted it, they're going to be a little bit nerfed, just to balance the fact that you no longer get the bonus for being fanatic pacifist, fanatic militaristic, or something to that effect. We want everybody to have access to them because it made sense. You know, you could still toss these edicts out, but you're going to take penalties for them if you're in the opposite area or whatever. So that's why we did this. And also, just to give it more of an open feel. So planetary unifications is one of the key text so you can get out there and actually do some research. So you can actually put out all the edicts, both for your empire or for planets. So there's also some other um, edicts that are tied to certain texts that you're gonna have to go research and find on your own. Um, let's see, and then for engineering, first thing you might notice on improved spaceport, there is no more mineral boosts. So you are hard capped at 5,000 for right now, unless you build the mine silos. Yeah, so you're gonna actually have to plan accordingly for that. I mean, energy, we should have like energy reserve, planetary energy reserves that'll increase um, your storage capacity for energy. Um, we might look at doing that because that was referenced. Planetary energy reserves are at I forget with like 40% or something that from that that was from Star Trek for the voyage home when the whale probe is choking the life out of Earth. That was a great movie. One of my favorite movies growing up as a kid. Um, this is going to change Enterprise era ships. We're going to call it like give you a year time frame or an era time, not like an era because that's a little fourth wall-ish. So we're just going to give you. We're going to change the name, but I tossed it in there as a developer just so we could actually have an idea of what's supposed to go where and what's supposed to do what. Mainly as we're coding and we're changing stuff around, we want to be able to reference certain things. So that was one of those. Hey, I'm just tossing it in here real quick. Um, Basic impulse engine. We haven't still so now we're using that term instead of the vanilla term, but we're still having to go into the localizations and change all that. So that's a long process. Is going through each individual component, changing their localization name, making sure everything's tied properly. That's just a lot of work. It's tedious work, but it's fun for some people. And then, yeah. Let's see here. Um, Shoot. So I think that shows you all those. Ethical equations. Yeah, it's dangerous tech. We haven't implemented all the dangerous tech right off the bat. Like we implemented it all right in there, but we have not tied anything to the negatives to it yet. So you can play around with them for right now. Like we're playing around with it right now. We have people writing the if it's dangerous, this is what's going to happen events for that. We wanted it to where you can choose to be a slaver or not. If you do go down it, it's not mutually exclusive of xeno relations where you can form alliances. At least I don't think this is supposed to be that way. Nope, it's not. I don't see it. Yeah, it's not. Okay. Um. So yeah. Uh, that's gonna be interesting. They might actually change that. Looks like they're wanting to change something on there. Um. So yeah, let's go ahead and select some stuff again. Let's go ahead, pop that one more time. So we're gonna go back to colony ships, and on this one, I'm gonna go with uh, polarized hull because I want to get into that. Unemployment here. Oh, key thing is like if I wanted to say I want to boost my research, this is all grayed out. I can't actually check the basic engineering labs, physics lab, or society lab because I am missing society research, or physics research, or engineering research. So, like on this tile, that now that it's open, build, and it's gonna scroll. Hey, there it is. It popped straight to the top, and it says, "Hey, I can build this." We actually are locking you, so you can't build these plants on Uh, so you can't build them on, tiles or whatnot. So it's a little bit of restriction, but it's all at the same time we're also boosting it. So hopefully you guys, I'll just build that one for right now. So we're gonna do that there. Just going around, taking a look, see what we have. Food-wise, not much on the food. So I'm gonna have to plop another hydroponics farm. We're going to move that person there. Armies, we haven't really, right now, like because I showed you on the tech tree, because we haven't given you assault armies, you only have defensive armies to start the game. So that's going to limit some people. Some races are going to have the offensive armies or assault armies to start with, but for the most part, you're limited to defensive at the start. Okay, spaceport. Um, Still have we have the phaser defense modules that we're adding in. These are the early tier ones. I think there's going to be later tier ones that'll include torpedoes, um, advanced beams, so you can put in higher weapons. There's also going to be a shield module that you'll have to unlock via research. Ships, you have let's go in here, the shipbuilder. These are going to change. Some of the stuff is going to change. We're looking at the 1.3 Heinemann, so we're going to get torpedoes. And I'm not sure if it's going to be hard coded, because from what they were saying on torpedoes, it's only going to be on certain classes of ships, like cruisers and maybe corvettes or destroyers and corvettes that are going to have the torpedoes. So we're going to look at that once 1.3 drops and see how we're going to implement that. Some of these graphics need to change. That's going to be that's a work in progress on our art developments team. But power generation is pretty high. They, starting off with about 40. Instead, I think normally they start at 10, 20, 40 on a large for a type 1. And these are type 1. So we've given you a little bit of a boost, but at the same time, some of these systems are going to take a lot more energy to use. So a little bit of balance here and there. Take a look outside the world here. Normally, you might be able to see Wolf 3579. I believe that's at range 40. Let me find out for you guys real quick. Yeah, normally you would be able to see it. Right now, I think our sensor range is set to 10. It is. So, you actually won't be able to. So, our sensor ranges have been dropped significantly. I think vanilla starts with 40. We dropped it down. I think we might bump it back up to either a 15 or a 20 by the time the patch launches. Take that off. But as you can see, it gives you that little bit of smaller feel. There are ways you can improve it. One of them is by building listening outposts that I showed on a previous playthrough. So let's go ahead and zoom in and roll. So there we go. Let's see here. What's also another big thing we've been doing? Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what we've been really doing the last week and a half, has been going at and building this tech tree as big as and hard as fast as we can. I mean, that was the biggest thing. Um, it's it's a real big push. It's been one of the things that we've tried and promising you guys. We're going to give you true Star Trek experience. And building that tech tree has been a labor of burden. It's been fun, it's been painful, and it's given me a couple of headaches. Just trying to get it. Had a lot of crashes to desktops. I think I had at least 30 at one point, and it's due to the way that they write some of their code inside the game that I could not change from or deviate from too much. That made a bit of a headache for me, but I was able to finally figure out why it was causing crashes and fix it and get rid of it and get it to the stable point that we are right now. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get into those leaders and see what I can recruit. Ooh. I want that. And I want that.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
There we go. Policies. Encourage free thought. We have now gated, so if you choose encourage free thought, the encourage free thought, that it will block you from selecting information quarantine, because we figure if you're going to allow free thought, you will not limit information. Therefore, you can't do the both. There we go. There we go. Planet. Cool. Edicts lists. All I have is re-education, because that's the one we're going to give you right off the bat. Is you're able to re-educate your own people. You've been either brainwashing them, or you can tell them what to do or what not to do. We kind of figured that would be fun. Let's see here. What else? Ooh, we got an anomaly here. I'll leave it be for now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm reading off screen here on my notes, what of our changes, what our devs what we have done, what our different departments have done. Because I've now joined the tech tree, as well as still helping out with the maps and solar systems.
Station complete.
Alrighty, let's take a look back here at the surface. Alrighty, so we need more food. So let's clear that out. There we go. It only took him a year or so to do that. Advancement through one of the... Okay, yeah, let's go for it. See, I think I'm gonna go for more these. Nope, I'm gonna have to get that also eventually. Oops, I screwed up. Oh well. I also like having my planets free of stuff so I can do stuff. Yeah. New research, ion thrusts. Actually, what was the other ones that we had? Hull plating destroyers, ion thrust. Yeah, let's get ion thrust. Research. Protein resequencer and migration speed. Okay. Just seeing what my coworkers are saying. All right. Wow. 1.2 a month. Take forever. It goes to 1.3. Let's see. So migration is going. There we go. Oh, my governor. How's that? Can I get a better one?
Affirmative.
There we go. I know it does nothing right now, because I don't have any boosts going on. That's all natural. I mean, if I really want, I could do that, so I can get a boost. And there we go.
Enemy vessels detected.
You know what? Let's demolish that because it's not really efficient. And also, I don't like seeing that.
Research complete.
Uh,
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Optical computers. Yeah, again, that's going to change. The antimatter reactor thing, it's just supposed to be our first antimatter matter reactor chamber. Um, and as you can see, it flips over to the 2. It's just, for some reason, it does that. Anyways. So we're just going to save that. Gives us a little bit more energy. Move around. But let's go ahead. Sure, let's study that one. There we go. Okay, that should be pretty good. So yeah, that's the biggest thing is we're at now, yeah, it's
Research complete.
Alrighty, new research. I do that. I think in this build that we're in, I think 8.1 for or 8.0 or whatever, something like that. Um, well, some of the stuff has been changed around significantly, so we aren't triggering. Certain things won't trigger like they're normally supposed to, but that's going to change definitely once we get further along. That's the biggest thing is just we finally got a framework for the entire uh, game, so we can actually for the
Hostile
tech
fleet
tree.
detected.
Ooh.
Enemy vessels detected. Automatic defense procedures initiated.
Oh, space whales. That's fine. Go ahead and build a mining station there. Yeah, I mean, hopefully in the next week or two we can get a early dev build of Heinemann or Heinlein or Heinlein or however you pronounce it, a 1.3 patch. And once we do, I'm probably sure we won't be able to do any more of these dev diaries because we're going to be using the 1.3 patch. Unless we get permission from them, which if we do, thank you in advance. If not, we understand and we won't share it until you guys say we can. I'll just do these recordings and keep them on my computer and for safekeeping, and until the time when you guys say we can release it, we'll release it. But anyhow, that's
Special project complete.
hopefully we got
Station complete.
sorry. Hopefully we got their attention with this thing. We've been pestering Paradox a lot with, hey, how do we do this? Can we add this feature in for coding wise? Can we do something different? Because we're at the point where we're trying to push the envelope as
Research complete.
far and as hard as we can, but we're running into things that are just not allowing us to do it. Let's go gravity manipulation. Get that going. So yeah, I mean, they've set. I think they've mentioned it in a couple of their videos, or at least on their website, that they're really interested in seeing how this progresses. For mods, this has progressed the fastest I've ever been involved with. I've done some modding on KSP. Never released anything to the general public because I was not a 3D editor. I had no 3D editors, and all I could do was just the code side of the back of the house. And that was easy enough once I learned KSP's or Kerbal Space Program's coding language. But to implement it on the 3D models, that was beyond me. I can look at a piece of code or lines and lines and lines of code and tell you, yep, that's what it's doing or that's what it's not
Anomaly
doing.
found.
It's actually kind of fun. I enjoy it. Go ahead and research it. Why not?
Research complete.
Ah, there it is. There it is.
Research complete.
I think I might have to talk with our guy on this because this is supposed to be um, Terra Prime, and I'm not seeing or Terra Nova, not Terra Prime was the anti-alien. Uh, yeah, it's a different one. I've never seen this one. Damon World, Sea Planet, a R class. Oh, this is a new one for me. I've not seen R before. I'll have to figure out what that is so I can write it in.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Okay, so no habitable planets here. That sucks. Um, I might have to do a different initializer for that, just so we have it where it's because there's a random initializer that we used for the alternative map where it totally randomizes things, where you can have the system from the uh, first map or the more balanced approach map, or you can have the initializers from the more lore friendly um, maps of Star Trek, or you can have a generic star class initializer based off of the actual spectral class of said star. Um, so those can change quite a bit, which is cool, but at the same time, it can get
Research complete.
annoying because I was hoping to see uh, some of the major changes that we've done for the systems. And if it's not there, great. If not, if it's there, great. If not, bummer. So, like, normally at this point, I would be like, well, I'm starting over. Time to get a new map. But no, I'm actually going to play this one through and be like, okay, so there's no Terra Nova colony. So, got to come up with something else. Let's go ahead and go ahead. Planetary unification. Let's get those out of the way. Um, yeah. I'm just looking at our stuff. My coworkers are saying some of the ranges on the combat stuff is a little over or shorter than normal. Yeah. Torpedoes are right now have a range of 50. Beams, I believe, have a 25 range. And that's going to be changed as we go along. That's not permanent. Not at all.
Research complete.
There we go, deflectors. Um, as you can see, quite a bit of shield hit points. Small has 75, medium has 150, large has 300 hit points. And they have an innate shield regeneration, but at the same time they cost a lot of power at 20 and 20 minerals. That'll change. That'll go up or down. Um, so yeah, these are all like we just pushed this out real quick
Research
just so we
complete.
could start testing around and figuring out what we want to do with
Anomaly
it.
found.
Grav plating, that's always a good one to get. Some of these are just in there right now without any of the attached components, either utility item that'll go in the ship's utility slots. These right here are small, medium, or large slots. These subsystems over here, we have a few new ones that we're going to be, well, not few new. We have a couple of ones that are going to be going in here. We're going to have to change some of these icons, but again, that's going to be working eventually.
Spatial rift detected.
So let's actually take a look at that. Research. Go to. And actually, you know what? I'm going to stop it here while I sort some things out. But this gives you an idea of, you know, the new tech tree, what's coming out, some other stuff. So, yeah, it's as you can see, it's slowly getting there. I mean, it's definitely a new experience to grab it. So, a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline, new buildings, new tech, well, expanding on the tech, putting in new components, new graphics for those. And then, yeah, it's a lot of it is, you know, then we're going to do a big balance patch, try to balance out all the different empires and all the different weapons and technology and stuff to that effect. That's going to be our our down the road project, but we're still doing it as we're going along. Um, yeah, that's the big thing right now. So, hope you guys enjoyed this look behind the scenes of version 0.8 alpha for New Horizons. I know I'm enjoying being able to play it again. Haven't been able to play this at all for the last week and a half because I've been really on really involved with the tech tree coding and planning and development of the tech tree. Because of that, I had to not play the game and just actually focus on the tech tree, or else I'd be totally doing that. Um, so yeah, I definitely. I'm looking forward to you guys being able to play this here in about 2 weeks. We're hoping to get it out sooner, but right now we're aiming for 2 weeks from today, or the 27th of August, possibly the 28th. One of those 2 days. So it's going to be on a weekend in 2 weeks from today. So that would be the 10th or 11th of September. So that's what's coming up. Hope you guys are patient with us. We're trying to put this out and put it out a good product at the same time. So please bear with us. Again, this is Matt, for one of the developers for Stellaris Star Trek New Horizons Total Conversion mod. Thank you for watching.